Welcome to the Mad for Each Other show.
This is Vijay here.
Hi, this is Gujju here.
We believe if you're mad for each other,
You become made for each other.
we've got another mad for each other couple today coming onto the show.
Yes, and to introduce them, I'm going to play a small game with Viju.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Game with me?
Yeah?
Oh, this was not
This is a
practice,
game
guys.
called this is a game called Versus. Let's understand what this game is all about.
All right.
Okay, Viju, what do you think of when the word comes curd?
Curd.
Versus?
Curd versus, oh, yes, drumstick.
Very good.
I have
Okay.
no relationship, but I don't know, yes, how this is like, Yeah, another one.
Okay, another one is
I will say this time.
Mhm.
Tea versus
coffee.
coffee. Oh, yes.
Okay, another one.
And the last one, definitely I can't get those words. It's the Gujju. Yeah, please.
Okay, it's called DBSR. Daal, Bhaath, Shaakh, Rotli versus.
Yeah, that one I can get. Paani puri. I love that.
Yes. Okay, if you're wondering what we're talking about, we're talking about two individuals who are as different as chalk and cheese, who are together forming an amazing relationship. You want to
Yes.
add, ma'am?
Yeah, in fact, when I spoke to them offline, they were just telling me they look at the unity in diversity. That's how they actually see their relationship. It's like how do two radically different individuals, working, one is working in a day, another one is working
Working
in
the
a night
night,
shift,
yes.
and coexist in a relationship.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
this is one of the most important topics for today's generations, where we see a lot of couples, are in these kinds of relationship. We can call them the weekend couples, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there are weekend fathers like me. So I'm hearing this as a weekend couple, right? So why don't we, talk about
so without-
Rachit and Sejal.
Sejal.
Rachit works for a large global MNC. He's running the operations for that MNC based in Bangalore.
Yes. And Sejal is a part of a bank, and she handles, her
Branch operations.
branch operations.
Yeah,
And,
again based in Bangalore.
Based in Bangalore and working the day shift. So you can imagine day versus night again here.
Yes.
Let's bring them on, Rachit
Yeah.
and Sejal. Hi, Rachit.
Hi, guys.
Sejal. Welcome,
Hello.
welcome to the Mad for Each Other show.
Thank you, Riddhi. Thank you,
so much.
Viju.
How are you guys doing today?
Doing good, thank you.
I know it's completely a weekend and a rest and amazing to see you both back on the show. And thanks for coming on our show. Just some introductions about yourself, like how you guys met, and when you got married, how long you've been married. That would be good for everyone to know a little bit more about you both.
Sure, Viju. So you want to start or I'll start off.
Start off.
All right. So ours is a typical arranged marriage kind of a thing, and then after that is when the love started, and we got married 2013, right?
Right.
I'm kidding. I'm
Okay,
kidding.
that
I
is the
know.
danger zone.
2013. I know the date because it is 1213. So that's how I keep it in my mind.
All
So
right.
it is easier, right?
Yes.
All right. So we got married on 1st Feb 2013, and we have been together for it's gonna be 9 years. Yeah, 9 years come next year,
Yeah.
and that's how we know each other. Ours was a typical Indian arranged marriage.
Mm-hmm.
We had all the from a horoscope perspective, we had all the matches in place, and
Definitely,
that's
it's
how
not
we.
a horoscope for me and for you. It can
No,
become.
not really.
Yeah, it can become after the show from what you're talking.
Yeah, it's a horror. Oh my God, I'm also getting his horoscope. No, horoscope. Good.
Right, Viju. Yeah, so that's how I mean we
That's
we
how
had
we
a courtship
met, yeah.
period of what 6 months roughly.
6-7 months we had a courtship
Yeah.
period and then we got married in Feb.
Okay, great. So during the courtship period, Sejal, because at that point I believe you were in Chennai and he was in Bangalore, right?
Correct.
So once the marriage was decided that you guys are going to get married, how was your courtship period?
Hold on, I may add one more thing. So
Yes.
apart from the 6 months of courtship period, one entire year of marriage was like that.
Yeah.
Please continue.
Okay, so basically
okay, of course.
I was based in Chennai. I did not get a job transfer till then. So the
Wow.
6 months of courtship plus another 1 year a freebie I got
Long
for a
distance
courtship
relationship.
period. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, but I mean, in the courtship period, we used to try talking to each other on the weekends because he was in night shift, I was in day shift. So, typically it's like, when I say good morning, he tells me good night. That is how it went.
Oh, enjoy.
And then I think once we got married, and then I applied for a transfer. Weekends I used to commute between Chennai and Bangalore. So Saturday
Mhm.
I'll come down, come to Bangalore, stay for a day, and then Sunday night I used to go back. And that's how we spent time for almost 1 year.
Wow, it must have been pretty hectic for the both of you, right?
It was.
More than anything, I think it was more crazy for her because she
It,
had to
yeah.
travel every weekend, and it
Yes.
was taking kind of a toll on her as well.
Absolutely, I agree. And even on the weekend, because for you it was the night shift, even at that point of time, right?
Absolutely.
So,
Yep.
so even if she would be there on the weekend, you guys would have been hardly been able to spend quality time together, or were you able to make time for each other that time?
So there were a couple of catches to this, right? See, she's there in a bank, which at that point in time used to give only second Saturday as the holiday.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
First, third, and fifth Saturday, and fourth as well, right? Used to be half day for her. So she would
Hmm.
finish her work on Saturday, then take the afternoon train,
And we
Wow.
reach here in the night. Then we will spend a day together. More often than not, we'll be at home because she had to still get used to the home environment and parents and all
Hmm.
that stuff.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then Sunday night, I would drop her to the station and she would go back.
So you can basically say the railway station was our courtship place.
Oh my
Yep,
God.
totally, totally that way.
Literally, it was at the maximum time.
And to the question that you asked, right, about Saturday
Hmm.
me being a night shift. So fortunately or unfortunately, she used to come only by the night. By then
Hmm.
I'm awake. So
Okay.
that's how it sorted out because she used to finish her day, half day of work in the bank, travel. And that's when I would
Wow.
wake up. When she starts her travel, it's around the time that I would wake up.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. So I think at that point you both would have been praying that when this period of separation will get over, and when you guys will at least come to stay together, at least on a common area, right?
Yes,
And then
absolutely.
when that did happen, I think after the 1 year that got over after marriage, you managed to get your
Transfer
transfer.
and order. Yep.
Then how did your life change?
Oh, that's when it became even more interesting,
Yeah.
right? That's when we
Uh,
got to know each other
More.
more in a better way because
mhm.
we started spending time together. Although not, I mean, not together, but at least we were there in one place at the same time. For a
There
Yes.
was
few,
no
hmm.
train to catch. There was no hurry to get back. So that was where, we started like, okay, fine. Now he has to get used to me. I have to get used to him. And that is when started to, see, okay, how can, how do we communicate? How do we get, doing things together? What we were
Hmm,
just doing for one day in a week. How do we go about doing that every day?
hmm, hmm, hmm.
And that is
Uh,
when the unity and
That
diversity
is when everything
reached
started.
were
But I,
planted.
yeah, but I always, used to think, how do people get, married, arranged marriage? Though my parents got arranged marriage, I always feel, and even today's generation, they're always, thinking, I would want to know the person pretty well even before committing into the relationship.
hmm.
But when I see you both, you guys are absolutely an example for this generation who are actually into the, arranged marriage, and you made so much of understanding together, especially during the first 1 year. It's a
Hmm.
very critical phase, for the marriage, the first 1 2 years, where you had managed the whole long distance and stuff
Relationship, yeah.
relationship, and then coming back, so you came back again in Bangalore, and you again were having a day shift and night shift. And what was going on in your mind? Were you actually thinking that one of you should change your jobs to get back here, or you said, hey, come on, our careers are different, we should focus on the career, let's try to adjust the time? What was running in your mind?
Hmm.
So one thing very clear about this, Gujju, is that both of us, were very much clear that we wanted to continue our respective jobs,
Mhm.
and the work in progress was to ensure that I, try and see if I can move out of the shift that I am in because I was happy with where she is. Not that I was unhappy with where I was, but I was looking at things to work upon how I can at least modify my shift from a pure night shift
Mhm.
to maybe an EMEA hours, which is India time 11:30 type logout. So at least that way we get some more time with each other. That happened. That happened
That
for
happened for what, 2 years?
a
Yeah, yeah,
small phase
small
of
Okay.
2 to
phase.
3 years,
Hmm.
and then
Hmm.
again back to the night shift. So I mean
Yeah, so
that
we've been like
a
surviving
sine wave
somehow.
kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, see, and Vijay actually initiated this discussion, the idea of arranged marriage. Okay, honestly, it is very harrowing for a lot of people because A, you don't know the person whom you're going to get married to. Okay, you don't know what
Right.
that person likes, what that person dislikes. and you don't even know how things are going to, progress after you guys tie the knot. And in your case, I think the challenges have been pretty high, on the higher side, I would say. First, getting into an arranged marriage setup where you guys don't know each other, going
Right.
through your courtship, then a long distance relationship for the first year of marriage, because this is typically the time when you get to know each other, right?
Correct.
And then, I mean, honestly, I think for you guys, the marriage started only after 1 year when you started living together under the same roof.
I was just about to say that the counter started from the second year of marriage.
Yes.
That's what I was about to say, and you just literally pulled it out of my mouth. Yep.
Yeah. So, okay.
Then getting back into the topic, which this shows, the
Yes.
tea versus coffee.
Yes, yes, yes.
Already there are so much of situations, long distance,
Correct. Already
coming
so many
together,
challenges.
day shift, night shift. And on top of it, you see, hey, come on, there is no common interest between us. One person, I mean, you have said tea versus coffee, you said drumstick
Versus curd.
curd, and Paani. I'm sure there are many more, right?
Right.
So,
Yeah.
now you said some more that you'd like to share in terms of while you understood each of you as your partner. Hey, come on, we are typically the diversity. What are the diverse things that you kind of identified?
Yeah.
So although there is a lot of diversity, right, that we see, but fundamentally we were, clear that we wanted to be together. So that underlining factor has kept us strong. That come what may, we will want to be together. And so, what if there are differences? I mean, people can coexist even with or without those differences. It'll be
Okay,
ideal
just to stop you
to-
here.
Yeah, let me ask
Okay,
Sejal
yeah,
here
yeah.
the diverse things to
Yeah,
come
let
out
me
with.
stop you here,
Yeah.
Rachit. So I want to ask Sejal. Sejal, what were those points
Yes,
when you said diversity, right?
Yeah.
What was it that made you like chalk and cheese?
Yes. What are all the things? I'm sure
Simple
the woman
example.
definitely remembers.
I hate sports. He loves sports.
Yeah.
I love books. He can fall asleep to a book. I can complete a book a night.
Great.
And then he is fond of routine. This thing. I am a very impulsive person. I don't like routine.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Hey, one more thing, biggest thing is the bedroom, all right?
Okay.
So when you come to the bedroom part of it, my side of it will be extremely neat and organized.
Yeah.
Her side of it will be
It will be a
extremely.
mess. Will be a mess.
No,
You got
it
it.
will be organized as per her.
Yeah, it is my
Yeah.
mess. It's nobody's
So
mess.
it's-
It is
It's
my
an
mess.
organized mess. Did you say
Yes.
that?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
See, I mean, and I would relate to what Sejal is
I
saying
also
because
relate to it.
yeah, you also
Yeah.
yeah, you also related because
I tried setting up a wardrobe once, especially one of the drawers. A lot of things were there. I thought it was clutter. I set it up, and this
it
lady,
is an organized mess. You cannot try to declutter a woman's wardrobe or a woman's drawer. It's a big no-no. Even our own handbag, for that matter.
Yeah, please let's not get that.
Yeah.
There's going to be another show on that.
Yeah, Sejal, so back
Yeah.
to you.
So basically, yeah, his side of the bed is like typical. He has an OCD for things. He needs things to be in their compartments, in their space. It needs to be set just right. And grammar freak. The point is, I'm not a grammar freak. I'm okay with it. It's like you all. It's all fine with me. And I'm somebody who knows where my stuff is, but it will not be kept in that same, military fashion. Like this needs to go there, and it has to be done now. I'm not that sort. So that was our first challenge. That we were like, I'm a mess according to him, and he's too organized according to me, and that's how we had to like your side of the bed. Yeah, let's do it your way. My side of the bed, let's do it my way. My mess is my mess.
Okay, so that's how you kind of came to a common, like
Common thing.
no war
Yeah.
zone kind of situation. Okay, okay, okay. And what else were the other differences that you found that was like totally different from how you are as a person?
Oh, I love cracking PJs like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She just does not.
Oh my
And I
you
don't
cracking
take PJs well. I don't take PJs well.
She don't take it well.
I
Take well.
take it point blank. I don't take PJs. It took me a long time to even get used to the fact, like, why is he cracking such dumb jokes? And I'm like,
She's still working on it, by the
and I'm
way.
still working on it. I'm
So
still
for
not
someone who
perfect.
doesn't appreciate his PJs, you've survived this marriage in a great way, I would say.
So-
Sejal. Yeah.
He
Because
gets
I
my
know the kind of
support
PJs he
for-
keeps rolling out. It just, I think my ears start to bleed. It's that kind of PJs that come out. So hats off to you, girl. I mean,
They're the best of the best, actually. You're coming to that point, right?
Let's leave the judgment to somebody else.
okay. So have there been situations, okay, in terms of where you guys have literally pulled each other's hair out?
I don't think so.
I have done that.
So that's also a difference. Which means you have not even realized it. That's good
Correct.
part, Rachit.
I've done that a couple of times to him. Probably it was too mild. Maybe.
Hey, one of the biggest differences
Looks
that
like
you
it's my
realize.
Sejal because he doesn't even realize it. You need to work a
For
little
me,
harder at that.
No. One of the biggest difference between the two of us is she's an outright extrovert. I'm an outright introvert.
true.
So that is another place where the kind of tensions happen because she loves going out. I love being a couch potato.
TV is his best friend.
That's my temple.
That's see. That's and I'm the gatekeeper for all the shoes out there. And I'm like, okay, he's got another show to watch. So that's the thing, and I love going out. I'm an impulsive person. He's like, let's plan things,
It
let's
needs to be
stay
planned
at
to the T.
home.
Of course, it needs
Let's
to be
watch
planned.
this movie. I love watching new movies. He can watch the same movie 1,000 times and
Million
still
times.
say, I haven't watched it today. It's still different.
Yes, I relate to that, Sejal, because before marriage there was this
Growing up.
movie, and I don't want to name the movie. That song, one song, played from morning to night continuously to the point that I started hating that movie, that song, and I'd never watched it after that. I mean, that is the kind of repetition this guy gets into.
I mean, you know what you love, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I know that.
another difference. I like all these soulful kind of music. He loves all the Dinchak masala songs.
No, I love Dinchak plus.
But
There's
he
a
does
plus
not
to it.
like dancing, and I like dancing.
Oh, yeah, that's
See?
also there.
Yeah.
No, so the point is, apart from the Dinchak songs, I love the nice melodious songs in 90s and before. Not 2000 onwards. 2000 onwards, it makes no sense to
Oh,
me.
are there any melodious songs after 2000? I think very few, to name a few.
Very
right?
There are. I mean, she still hears, but I love those 1942 A Love Story and all those songs.
Okay.
There's another difference
Old
here.
Ashiki.
He is too specific. I am not.
Mm.
Melodies, khatam. 90s ke pehle, 2000s ke pehle, I'm not that specific.
No, so
Yeah,
biggest example is that old Ashiki versus new Ashiki. I don't like even one song from the new Ashiki. I love
I like
all
either.
the songs of the old Ashiki, and they're all slow. By
I
the way.
like either.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
how it is between us.
Now we can see the tea versus coffee coming out.
Oh,
Yeah.
the fun happens when we are on a common engagement, cleaning up the bedroom. All right.
Oh,
Yes,
I want to
I would hear that. Yes, that's very important.
I start off because I want to take the opportunity before she starts her songs. I want to start my songs. I start off with the songs. She does not realize. After 10 minutes, she'll be like, "Why is this song repeating? Change it."
He has a playlist, and trust me, the playlist continues day in, day out. It doesn't get updated. And I'm like, how do you survive listening to the same song again? They are not devotional songs. Please listen to them.
So that's when you come to that next thing where she puts in her songs. I go on to the headphones. How is that?
So you go into the
Yeah.
headphones and she plays loud, is it?
She plays her songs
I
loudly.
play my sounds loud. Because
Okay,
other
that is
days he's on night shift.
So it's a
he's
win-win situation,
sleeping.
right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah, that's good. So you're kind of, giving her space also at the same time, trying to see that, okay, nobody takes away my space. I'm on my headphones. Nice, good.
Okay. With so much of differences, what is that common thread that doesn't stop you guys from being together?
Good question.
It's just that we feel that we are meant to be together, so we are just there with it. And I think end of the day, it's just two of us being together. So somehow we need to work around with that.
Great.
Agreed.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Now, see. In fact, what I was just wondering is one of the place you were saying that he likes to play sports, right? I was wondering. Already, there is a day and night shift going on. Where is the time for Rachit to play sports?
Oh, that was another reason of, during our the counter zero, that is the second year, that was another big reason for kind of small tips between us, because what would happen is Saturday and Sunday morning was my time for badminton.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, initially I was mad that I should play from 6 to 10, but then I cut it down from to 8 to 10. 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. was my time for badminton, and I would run off for that. And since she's just come for that one weekend, she'll be like, "Why are you going for that? Why can't you spend time with me?"
I used to get raging mad. I'm there for a day, and this
Correct.
guy runs off for 4 hours on a Sunday morning, and I'm like, when do I even speak to you?
Correct.
Yeah.
Because by the time you come back, you'll be tired.
This is the
Uh,
first year, is it?
Yeah, this is the
Yeah,
first. This is
first
the
year.
first
Yeah.
year because you'll be tired after
Oh,
you're back, and then
I
then
used to
he
sleep.
even
Yeah.
do it.
he used to
Yeah,
come just crash.
and crash.
And I can't say much because I know he's tired after playing the game. It's visible. And then I can't even, I can't say more because I need to leave in the night. So I'm like, I have to wait till he wakes up and gets back on the routine and then spend time.
So honestly
Mm.
speaking, that was a lot of immaturity from my side. So I take that. I take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Wow.
but
That's
that has changed.
awesome to accept that, Rachit.
Yes.
That's really awesome. Yeah. Great. Yeah. Accepting that too on a live show like this is amazing. You're just kind of setting an example for many husbands like me. Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah. But so you realized it yourself, or was she was trying to tell you, hey, come on, you should spend time with me, or how did that happen?
See, honestly, I didn't realize it then.
Hmm.
This realization has happened after we have been together for a while now. It's not
Oh,
it then it was not definitely
okay.
because
Okay.
I mean that
And
kind of
that
thing which she
time,
says should I listen karke, that type of
huh,
mentality was
Hmm.
there. But
Hmm.
as things have gone, not that it's become fully better, but it has become much better where at least we are able to understand each other that we need to be together irrespective of
Respect each
whatever are
other.
the differences. Yeah,
So fundamentally, it's about respecting each
Correct.
other's feelings and emotions.
absolutely.
All right.
You
All
see
right.
something? Sorry.
no worries.
Okay.
Okay.
So now, how do you guys manage your weekends? Is your badminton still happening? And
Oh,
she's
it's
like,
not.
No, his badminton is not happening because he has a couple of health issues to take care of. But
okay,
otherwise, he's trying to curtail it to a limited time. I mean, I'm okay with it because I cannot give up books, so I can't expect him to give up badminton.
Oh, but see, honestly speaking, I have not gone and played badminton for over 2 months now.
hmm.
Yeah,
It's totally stopped.
Okay.
No, 3 months,
So
right?
yeah, must be.
3 months.
okay, so what do you do with that extra time now that you have that extra 4-5 hours in hand?
The problem is, I still am in night shift. So
Um,
where my body used to get strained of going, see, already I'll sleep only for 2 3 hours and I'll run off for badminton. Now I'm
hmm.
getting that. I will not say a sound sleep, but definitely a decent sleep from what it was before. So then I get up by around 12:30 or 1:30, and then my day starts, and we spend time together. But again,
Okay.
it's only on second and fourth Saturdays. First, third, fifth, she
Others,
works.
yeah, others I run off to work.
So then fundamentally, it's mostly a Sunday for you guys,
Yeah.
correct?
Correct.
Predominantly.
We are basically a Sunday couple.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Amazing. A Sunday couple, and you're just trying to. In that Sunday couple, you guys have found out all the unity in the diversity,
Because that
right?
is glaringly there, Viju.
Yeah.
That is the thing.
So we
Okay.
try
Okay.
to make the most of the Sunday that we spend together. We try not to let our individual quirks come in play. Sometimes it does though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like when it comes to cleaning, it's a war zone, and I'm the most soppy cleaner, if you can say. I don't. I will arrange it the way I want, and he'll be like, "This is not supposed to be here. You ought to
Ah,
keep it somewhere else in this way."
absolutely.
So we somehow try to see if we could get it a little bit, organized. I try to make myself more organized once in a blue moon.
See, in her mind, she's organized.
Yeah, I know where my
I
stuff
get
is.
it. But I was like, it's still not organized enough for me. I mean, that's where the problem lies.
To his
Yeah.
level
But
of organization, yeah, it takes
yeah,
time for me,
right.
definitely.
So it's like kind of always working together. I can see that you're at least taking the efforts to work together. See, one of the classic thing which you said was even the music, right? I just remembered you guys were, you were mentioning about the headphones, stuff, the way how, you guys are kind of use the music. You allow her to hear the music and you put the headphones on, you kind of balance it. Similarly, I see that, she loves to go for shopping. She's very impulsive out person. You are more like a movie lover sitting and always watching on
Couch
the
potato.
couch potato,
Yeah.
right? So how do you guys balance it out? Do you guys kind of say, hey, come on, we will find some time, we will go for shopping, or how do you
Yeah. How do you
work?
balance that whole situation out?
You taking it, I taking it.
I'll take this one. So basically, yeah, since I love going out, and one of the birthday gifts that I asked him a couple
2
of
years back.
2 years back, was that every weekend we either need to go out for a coffee or for a pani puri, because those are
Wow.
things that I love. And the
Hmm.
coffee in the equation and the pani puri in that equation. So the deal was to figure out, like, okay, every weekend we spend time, whether it's for a cup of coffee or for a plate of pani puri. That is our time, and he
Hmm.
needs to give me that time, it'll come what may, either on a Saturday or a Sunday, however, that he
Hmm.
has to give me. So this is how we found out a way that, okay, we need to spend time, and this is how we go ahead and do it.
And
Okay,
then
that's
that happened. So now again the thing was from my side, although she had asked for it to be a weekly thing, I made it as a monthly thing. So we would have done that for 2 months or 3 months, and
And
then
then
I got saved by Corona.
yeah, and then COVID
oh
happened.
my God, you
Like,
got
Look at
saved by
saved
look
by
at the word
Corona.
choice of word. Sejal, you
no,
really
but you know what? Thanks to Corona, I see this guy at home. Otherwise, he would have been at work. So I would thank Corona for this. I mean, I
Yeah,
probably
you
would
get to
have
see
gonna
more
go
Work
of
from
home
home
him.
started,
once.
correct?
yeah,
Work
see
from
the
home
silver
started, and
lining.
I could see him more at least.
Absolutely.
I knew he was there, fiddling away with the laptop and working very super hard on all the calls. So I could see
Hmm.
that. At least I knew he was around, which was a big
Hmm.
difference.
Yes,
I
yes.
think in a way,
The
while I
COVID,
would
yeah.
not say thanks, but yeah, I should say,
It does
thanks
have
to
help some
COVID,
people, yeah.
uh, at least you guys were able to spend a little bit more of face time, like per
Yes.
se together. And it also gives you an opportunity and avenue to understand, both of you even more better because of the sheer presence of each of you together, right?
True.
Yeah. Yeah. Rachu, you were going to say something, right? In
Oh,
addition to.
one more, thing about both of us is, I fall into the bracket of giving TMI, meaning
Sorry?
I give a lot too much information. So if anybody asks me
Too much
anything,
information. TMI, is it? Oh my God.
TMI. Okay, I'm known to give TMI. So if somebody asks me one thing, I don't really say that point. I get to that point. Apart from that point, I give at least another 5 6 points around it. But
Hmm.
Wow.
And I'll be
she
like,
just
why
To
do
the
you have
point.
to beat around the bush? Let's just say this
He's
is it.
TTP, to the point.
TTP, yeah. Yeah, she
Yeah,
is.
so
She
he's
is.
TMI and I'm TTB now.
Yeah.
So another place where I just realized a short while back, yeah,
Okay.
there's a lot of
All right. In our case, it's the opposite.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Right?
it's opposite. I'm see, brother. He's my brother, right? So I will be a little. At least something should be common, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm that too much
True.
information wala person here, and he's like, just tell me in one sentence, and I'm like, dude, you cannot express emotions in one sentence. Either you listen to it or you don't listen to it. Simple.
The funny part is when it comes to anger, I'm the TMI here and he's the TTB there. And he's like,
Oh,
I just don't like this. And I'll be like, what is there? Why are you doing? And it'll just start with all the W's. And he will just say, I don't like it. And it will be like one volcano has erupted in that moment. That,
Yes.
ek tukda do maar, I don't know how many Mars he will give in that one tukda for me.
so that takes us back to our innate nature of being the extrovert and introvert. I pent up the emotions and keep. I do not
Open it up.
spell it out, but when I do, that time
It's a
it's a
volcano
volcano.
eruption.
It's literally a volcano.
And
Pressure
I'm,
cooker.
and I'm somebody who will just tell and I'll forget about the issue the next day. I won't even remember and he'll be
Oh, that's
like,
another difference, right?
अरे उस दिन तूने ऐसा बोला था and I'll be like, did I even say those words? I'll be in that
Oh,
zone.
surprisingly, you actually remember us din usne aisa bola tha wala situation
He
because.
does.
Okay,
So
so
this
how?
is a flip between the two of us. Big flip between the two of us. Generally, it is considered that the women remember the specifics of a date.
Yes.
But I don't know. Innately, I
He's
somehow
more-
remember it better.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. You remember, but I remember it
Well,
better.
that's because you're like stuffing yourself in with so much of heat.
Yep.
The heat will
Yep.
come out like in one wisps like that. But honestly, that part I have also seen. One person he will just go like he'll close the wall. The moment
Shell.
the situation happens,
Perfect.
the wall is closed. You can't even go and try to hold the wall or scratch the wall or nothing.
Oh,
It's
so
it
no
doesn't
use.
happen.
So
And I think that can be pretty frustrating, right, Sejal?
it is.
I know it is.
And I'll be
He
like,
also knows
are
it.
you even gonna talk? I'll be like, are you even gonna talk about it? And he's like, don't even talk to me about this right now. He will give me
Absolutely.
that is it's come after quite some time. Earlier I never used to get a warning. Now though he's got in that frame where he tells me ki, I'm not in the right frame of mind. Let's not talk about this. So that time I
Okay,
know
nice.
it is so hard for me to control, but I control and I'm like, okay, we'll talk later. Karke. But that
Wow.
later may come, may not come because I'll forget about it.
And
Okay.
that time will be enough for me to cool down.
Yeah.
Cool down.
So that is
That's
how
how-
it works for us.
Oh, that's a great way to manage a
Communication.
outburst.
It's a communication.
Yeah, this is also a communication thing that you guys have formulated between the two of you, because either it have been that he doesn't doesn't tell you that he's in an off mood, so you don't get to hold back your horses, and it can escalate into something even more dirtier. But now at least you guys have come to a common ring where he says, hey, hold your horses. And you also, while it can be difficult, when that emotion that can be that you are riding upon, but at least you're able to hold it up. So you guys have come to a common consensus on that, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, because typically what couples may do go wrong in this situation
Mm.
is, if one person is closing down there,
Mm.
the other person may not even approach, and they assume, and they actually outburst in anger. Two things which I like both of you doing is, one is you going and approaching him, hey, can we talk about it? That's the
Yes.
first most important open question. It's an open question. Can we talk about it? Respecting the other person's feeling, and you're opening your communication channel and say, can we talk about it? Most important question.
Yes.
Right? You're asking that. And there comes the answer again, not being in silent and saying, leave me alone for some time, right? Let me sort it out internally, what is going within me. I'm not in the right frame of mind. Again, giving you a clarity to you saying,
Yes.
leave me, right? That's a beautiful communication.
Yes.
And I'm sure this is what best works for couples, because most of the times it's the time itself that actually brings down the heat and the arguments and everything down.
Yeah.
And just after 2 hours, you look at the same situation. No, it will be funny for you to say, were we really angry so much on
Yes.
this one or what? After 2 days, you look back the same thing. Really?
You may even laugh it off, actually.
Really, we got angry on this. It
Yeah.
actually gets on like
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
amazing. It's a very good.
I think that space that you're giving in between, and usually, what I believe is, when you're angry, it is best to like stay calm. While it is exactly the opposite of the feeling that you're going through at that point of time, by creating this boundary, by creating this arrangement, I would say, it is forcing both of you to stay calm at that point of time and not react.
Yes.
Because when you react, you say so many things, and you say it in a way that you should not be saying it.
Correct.
Most often than not, it is the tone of the voice that makes the difference and escalates the fight than what you're saying itself.
Yeah.
I was about to tell that, and I mean, you took that up. So I realized that because whenever I get angry, right, I tell some things which I definitely do not mean it. But the way when we tell it, right, the other person does not know the intent. They will only hear what they want to hear.
The words.
Yes.
That is the problem. The intent will definitely not be how it comes out. So it's best to absorb it inside, keep it, try and get rid of it internally, and then maybe discuss on it at a later time if there's a need. If there's no need, then leave it.
It's psychology, right, Rachit? See, when you're really angry, your brain is waiting to pick the angry words. Okay, so it's
Right.
looking and searching for the angry words. It's not looking for the soothing words. Now, suddenly a soothing word comes, a softer word comes, it gets confused. And then, the whole thing does. And I can relate to this between both of us. I mean, we are like, both of them are like, short-tempered and, we get really to the fight.
We are very verbal when it
Very
comes to
verbal
fight.
and goes,
Yeah.
very strong. At some point of time, I think consciously, she took this decision and I just started following her. And I'm very happy in admitting it here, that when I'm getting very angry and shouting at her, she goes calm, right? And I just, that's not typical of her. Right? I expect her to shout back at me and expect this fight to go much bigger. And suddenly this person goes
See,
soft.
the idea is simple. You are already in a ball of fire. Now, if I am also going to be shouting at you, it is equivalent to putting petrol on that fire.
Yeah.
Right? It's only going to escalate even bigger fire.
Yes.
Rather, I'd at least try. If not, I'm not going to be putting the petrol. At least I can be quiet and stay away from you.
Correct. And when she mellows down, and then I realized actually it works, and I've also tried a couple of times, honestly.
And
not
then
all the
after a
time it
point,
works.
he
It does work.
realizes that the mistake was his only anyway, so he has to.
I don't want to get there. I don't want to even get there, but it's okay. It gives her happiness. It can be like that.
So honestly, I realized it how, guys, I think this is an example out of the, book from my mom's, this thing. So she tells that if everybody is angry and if everybody shouts, then nobody's going to listen to anybody.
Correct.
So as well, if somebody is flared up, angry, you don't need to react. You respond. You just listen it out. If there's a mode of communication, if not, then let it do. It will douse out itself. So
Yes.
that's something that is what I've realized it late, but I've realized it nonetheless.
Yeah, better late than never. But it's so true. These are literally like golden words. Because always during a fight, it is only the emotions that are riding high, and forget the intention. Yeah, at that point you just talk so many things with the only idea that you want to inflict a wound upon the other person. The idea is
True,
not to
true,
get
true.
the issue sorted out. At that point you're so emotional, you just want to have an outburst, and
Yep.
that you want to just like say words that can hurt the other person. And when that happens, the other person also, if he's a reactive person, then that person also says another set of words that's going to hurt you, and
It'll
it's
escalate
never
things.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So but although both of you will have the best interests for each other, you may be madly in love with each other and you would not have any intention to hurt them, but during a situation when the anger and the argument goes out of hand, it can escalate into something very dirty.
Yeah.
So it is best, like what mummy says always, and I also have started following that to a large extent. When one is like a fireball, the other best is to keep quiet.
Become the water.
No, cannot become the water.
Still water.
Yeah, maybe just stay still, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. We got a lot of diverse things to know about both of you.
Mhm.
On top of it, you things like bringing the unity in terms of understanding each other. Also just wanted to ask few things from Rachit here, because fundamentally, at least I picked up few areas. Like for Sejal, one of them was you going out, how you have brought him into that weekly commitment, right? And the sports thing kind of you realized, and he is getting back. So like that, Rajit, for you, there have been many things which you are kind of on the opposite sides of the walls, like organizing that is and many things. Where have you balanced it out with Sejal? Anywhere you think that you said something, does she come and say, hey, come on, these are the places that you come together and help me out, or help build the relationship?
So, sometimes she folds, in the sense that if you can't beat them, you join them, is the thing that she
Yes.
follows sometimes. Because I am mad about watching certain movies. And although they are repetitive, once in a while she does join me in watching those movies.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And that too, if it is something in her interest, by the way, huh?
Yeah.
Which is in her interest as well.
If he starts watching WWE, I really don't have the patience for it.
Trust me, I know
But
how you
if he's
feel.
watching Avengers or anything in the other things, yeah, I would sit down and watch. But then, yeah, I
Watch.
don't prefer watching the same thing every weekend.
No, that's it.
We
Yeah,
somehow,
it's
once in
like
a blue moon, yeah. Yes.
it's like really watching cricket along with me.
Same
We're
thing
from
with
Ireland.
her. She can watch cricket.
I am quietly reading a book when he's on TV.
Yes,
He's in
I
his
can
zone,
relate.
I am in my zone. It's like
Yeah,
that.
I can relate. So totally relate on it. Yeah. Okay, good. And I think the question that you were trying to ask.
Yeah,
was-
was trying to ask, like where else, Sejal comes and, helps you out in your areas, which is typically not her area. For example, you're saying you like being, you're an OCD.
OCD,
You're an OCD, right? But she is like the other side. So do you expect her to join in your clean arrangement? And do you kind of have understanding around that, or how does that work?
So when that cleaning thing happens, right? We both help each other out.
Okay.
And the way we keep the things is the way we want it for our stuff. So like if she's cleaning her side of the wardrobe or the cupboard or mess, and when
But what
I'm
about
doing
the house?
Exactly. I was just going to come to that.
Just her private area is understood that she
Yeah.
can have it the whole way. But when you're an OCD person, it's not your wardrobe; it's your house.
It's in the
Anything and
house,
everything in the house you see in it. So how do you come on a common platform on those areas?
Oh, he drives me to keep things.
Hmm.
So he's
Okay.
the one who's behind me. He's like, this is not this way, this is not that way. So he drives it 10 times till I do it right the 11th time.
Good. So you're saying fundamentally, the way how you're balancing out is, yeah, see, come on, I at least, support him on the place on the overall front. While on my private place, you don't come inside and see what I'm keeping, how I'm keeping. I keep it.
Yeah, that's her own space.
That's
Yes,
her own
yes,
space.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
True.
That's very interesting. That's good. And Rachit also is kind of understand, yeah, yes, you keep the mess. That's an organized mess. I'm happy as long as
No, come
outside.
on, you
the
guys
organized
cannot
mess.
call it mess, okay? Because
I
that is
mean,
there's a very individualistic definition on that,
Yeah, I know.
Because yours may be organized, but you ask me to find something in yours, I can never find it.
Mhm.
Mine will be disorganized, but you ask me something and without even looking, I can find it.
You know where is getting right.
Yeah, so you see, you cannot call it organized or disorganized in any way. It is organized as per my choice or my
Yes,
preferences.
absolutely. Even just now on this show, while we are actually putting on the table, my side of the table is completely organized. If I show it on her side of the table, it's the organized.
It's the disorganized organized. You ask me anything, I will pick it and give it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And
that's what magic is.
if I arrange it, she'll ask me where.
Oh, I can't find anything if he arranges it.
Oh, that's
I'm
true.
like, dude, where did you keep this? And yeah, so I think let's keep it at that and at that way. As long as we are finding the harmony in our disharmony, and so is Rachit and Sejal finding their harmony in disharmony, I think we are gold.
Very good.
Right?
Bingo.
So with that, I think we've we're almost coming to an end.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up this particular episode, we are going to have the fun element of the the episode, which is,
I think the whole episode was fun.
Yeah.
yeah, of course, I agree. That's nice.
Yeah,
I'm so happy to hear that.
Yes.
But I'm coming to the game. The game.
The fun part is the game.
Okay.
What we're talking about. It's a
Yeah.
rapid fire game. So what we say is, love is blind.
And marriage is an eye opener. But in your case,
Yes,
marriage,
there was a blind period also.
Yeah, there was
In
a-
fact, it extended to 1.5 years.
yes.
True.
Right? Our real opening happened after, I think,
Yes.
you guys got moved in, and amazing. Let's start
So
playing the game.
let's
Why don't
start.
you explain the rules?
Yeah, so these rules are very simple. We will ask you a set of 10 questions. And during all those 10 questions that we ask you, both of you are going to keep your eyes closed. Now, the answer to each of the 10 questions can be either you point to yourself or you point to your partner.
Got it.
Right? Now, for any question, if both of you are giving the same answer, right?
Yeah.
If the answer is same, you get 10 points. And if the answer is not same, you get 2 points.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it? And at the end of that, we will calculate what is your compatibility score.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
All cool?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay,
All
can
good.
we start?
We just to close one eye, right? So we can do like this, right?
No
Yes,
cheating, Rachit.
Try doing. No, even then you'll get it wrong, my bro.
So I'll keep it like this.
My dear,
I'll keep it like this. As soon as she says her, then I'll show it like this. If it is me, then
Come
I'll
again?
show it like this. So if I cheat, right, I can see her, right? So when she points out after that, I'll point it out this way or this way.
It's okay.
Okay,
If
ready?
you cheat, you get minus 10 points. So team Viju Guju, team
No, it's
Riya,
fine, it's fine.
and ensure that the team gets minus 10 points if they're cheating.
Okay. I want to play in between some sounds. Whenever the answers are correct, you will hear this sound, but I'll not play all the time. In between, I'll play. Okay. And when you get the answers wrong, and again, I have not played for in between.
Yeah, we will not play it for all the questions.
Okay.
This one,
So,
yep.
Okay.
just to make it more
Okay.
fun.
Yeah. So don't open your eyes during the entire rapid fire. Okay, keep your eyes
Got it.
closed. So we're going to start now. Okay.
All right.
So
Yep.
first you will ask first you ask this time.
Okay. Do you want me to go first? Let me get my questions here. Okay. My questions are here. All right. Who is more annoying when hungry? All right. Who texts or calls more between each other? Okay. Who is more emotional? Right. Who is more likely to miss the train or flight? There is no don't know answer. You have to show
Yeah.
something, Rachit. Who is more likely to miss the train or flight? Okay. Good. And who is more forgetful? Awesome.
Okay. Okay. My set of questions are who sleeps more?
Right. Okay.
Very nice. Who spends the most money? Who lies more? Okay. Who's most likely to start the fight or the argument? Okay. Who has the cutest smile? Okay, with this, we
Nice.
come to the end of the
Okay.
rapid fire round.
Awesome, guys.
And let's see what is the score for you guys. So the score is 76.
All right, 76.
Oh,
Do you
that's
want to
good.
know which are the 3 ones you went wrong?
Yep.
Okay. One is who has the cutest smile. So both of you pointed to each other.
That was obvious.
Okay. And what is the other one?
Well.
This one, right?
Yes.
Who is the most likely to start a fight or argument? That was also
Debatable now.
yeah. So that was the second wrong one, and in one of yours was wrong, right? Who is likely to miss the train of
Yeah,
flight?
who's likely to miss the train of flight, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Answer me. You should you.
Yeah.
The point is, neither of us have missed a flight or
Right till now,
this
so
thing.
we don't know the probability.
Exactly. That was like,
Oh, right.
Oh, but it is
Okay,
not about
okay.
missing the flight or train. Actually, the idea is
Huh.
who will extend the thing so much that you will end up missing the flight or
Yeah.
train.
I think both of us are on track with the
Yeah,
that
timing.
way.
Yeah.
On track, is it? Wow,
Correct,
that's
correct.
nice. That's nice.
In my case, I think Viju will end up missing the flight.
Because I'm overconfident, I thought the pilot will wait for me.
Bull.
so generally, right? Suppose the flight is at 8:30, we keep it in mind that we should be there by 7:30, assuming that the flight is at 7:30. Reach the airport, assuming that the flight is at 7:30, 1 hour before, so we have sufficient cushion.
And this is where we are the same. Probably,
Absolutely.
yeah, we are the
Wow,
same.
what similarity!
Good.
Oh,
Nice.
black.
In fact,
Oh,
I
we
think,
both love black.
Yeah.
So eyes closed, if
that's
you
a
had to
similarity.
pick anything in black goes. It's a safe zone for anything.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, but with this, before we wrap up, I really want to ask you guys that one key question. Okay, I want you to tell me, each of you, one tip that you give to couples, this generation of couples, to survive. I mean, you guys have survived your marriage with, being literally like, I will not call you Tom and Jerry, but I will call you chalk and cheese because you're so different from each other. So what is it, one tip that you give to couples these days?
yeah.
So what I feel is you need to know the why behind what is that between the two of you, right? So why are you together? As long as you can figure that out, other things don't matter. So as long as you know ki you are having that kind of a comfort with the other person, the differences will be there in any marriage, right? They can be worked upon unless there's something which is extremely severe, which might require a counseling. Then go for the counseling. Once you have exhausted all options, when nothing is workable, that's when I'll suggest you to think of other options. But I feel that more often than not, 99% of your problems can get sorted just by speaking. Although I don't, but yes, of late it has started.
So when
That's
you,
what
when you, when you when you say why, you actually mean openly communicating. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so why are you together? You need to figure that out. If you don't figure that out, you'll always be like, that railway tracks.
How-
You will be
how does
together.
one-
Basically, I'm
Yeah.
lost
How does
here.
one figure that out?
Yeah.
That's the most difficult
trial.
question.
Trial and error. A lot of trial and
Trial
error.
and error for us.
There is a lot of trial and error
Can you
involved.
give a couple of examples
just
as
give us
trial and error?
So trial and error can be like see like what we have spoken throughout, right? In the sense that although she loves, I love organizing things and she doesn't. There should be some level of acceptance that needs to be between for each of us. You be what you be, I be what I be, but as long as we are not overstepping each other, it would be fine. And our common purpose is to ensure that we give that good life to our family, and we ensure that so this house, for example, we have invested in it as a couple. It's not that I have taken the majority of, in fact, in our case, she has taken the majority of the loan and I have not. So I mean, those are the things that we have worked out amongst between the both of us.
I want to stop and go one step back from what you're saying, because whatever you're saying, Rachit, is a layer above the why. Is the things
Right.
that you're doing to make that why work. But how does one really find out why? So if I was to ask you, why is Rachit and Sejal together? What will be an answer to that?
Because we love each other. Simple.
Yeah.
Period.
Okay.
So although it was an arranged marriage, it has come to that we've started loving each other,
See,
and not now.
what
It's
I
been a
can,
while back.
yeah, what I can, get from what Rachit is saying is, see, when he's saying trial and error, it's kind of, I see in their relationship, they have not stepped into each of their privacies. They have respected each of their privacy in the sense, whatever each person likes, the other
Yes.
person is letting that person do.
Yes.
Hey, this person likes books. Okay, that person likes moving. Fine. Which means what's happening when Sejal may come into the living room, he sees Rachit is deeply into a movie. She thinks, oh, okay, let me go and pick a book and read, and not going beginning and say, hey, come on, now come and spend quality time with me. Right? That's where the problem happens, right? The problem happens when one person steps into the other person's zone, when that person happily into that zone, right?
Yes.
And if
True.
this person is going and loving to, going for a shopping, right? And Rachit has never gone on a shopping. He says, okay, come, I'll come with you. Though he doesn't like to go shopping, he says, okay, I've never been with her, I will go with her.
Which is very beautiful, Viju, because to be able to respect that other person's zone,
Yes.
let them be in that zone, it actually gives a lot of ways and means for each individual to grow.
Yes. But one more thing is important. What I also felt as a learning from you both have taken it is, while you're letting the other person to be in the zone, a relationship cannot be just built just being let the other person be alone in the zone.
Correct.
It's
Aloof,
important
yeah.
this person or the couple also goes and spends time in the zone. Like you go and watch some movies with him, right? He comes out, though likes doesn't shopping, going out for a shopping with you, right? And many times you'd have gone shopping alone also. In today's world, you're all shopping online as
Correct,
well,
yeah.
right? And there are times he's coming together, and many times he's watching movies, and you're joining the movies just to spend the time with him. And those are few things, like give the privacy. You take your privacy where you want to take, but at the same time you
So
move.
which means you are not leaving each other aloof.
Yes.
You are engaging,
Yes.
but respecting each other's zones as well.
Zones as well.
Yeah. So that's a fantastic bit that we take away. And Sejal, from your perspective, what would you like to add here?
I would say that people should just appreciate the small thing that the other person does. Many times we don't. A lot of times I've taken him for granted. I mean, the smallest of things, like it could be like, hey, watch out, we're crossing the road, look at the other side, I'll go ahead. These are such a small thing, but then over a period of time you realize it is actually another form of love. To figure out that he doesn't say the words and these actions are another form of communication, I think that's more important. It could be anything. It could be a small gesture, it could be just a note, or it could be just an SMS, which is not normally him. And that is something that another person, the couple needs to figure out. This is also something that keeps them together. I think that
Very,
is
very beautifully said, Sejal. Because
this is like looking the positivity in every moment between the couple. You're trying to pick that signal. Very good. Yeah.
and not just that, it's also to try to see, because a lot of things we always get attracted to the big noise, the big sounds, the big things, right? And always it is the actual beauty that lies in the subtle things. So like what she just so beautifully said, even to say be careful when you're crossing the road.
Yeah.
You have somebody who's taking care of you, to to look after you, look upon you,
We
right?
just take it granted.
Yeah, we take that for granted. So it is so beautifully said, Sejal, and I totally appreciate that. And it's the small things in life that make the big things.
Correct.
So
Appreciating small things is
yes.
very important
Yes.
in a relationship, especially in today's world. Everyone has taken the other person granted, right? And
True.
Small things keep happening every day in life. We don't even pick that signal, right?
True.
Very well said, Sejal. Yeah.
Okay, so with this, we will wrap up our show. And thank you so much. We're so grateful to you, Rachit and Sejal,
Thank you so much.
to spend this time with us and come on our show and talk to not just us, but also to reach so many couples like us, and giving us a chance to learn so many good things from you guys. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. We also had a lot of fun.
Okay, thank you
you.
so much. We'll catch you later. Bye.
Yeah. Stay blessed.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Stay
Thank you.
happy.